I know that sometimes my videos just aren't enough, and I'm going to do something about it. Stay tuned. That's what's up next. Hi, my name is Natasha Daniels. I'm a therapist and make videos for people with anxiety or OCD. And today I have a confession. I know that sometimes these YouTube videos are not enough, and you can't really explain how to help yourself in 3 to 5 minute YouTube videos. And over the past 7 years, I've gotten a lot of emails and messages from people asking me, can I be their therapist, or can I give them advice, or can I see them through Zoom? And I can't, because I'm only one person. And so after a lot of thought, I decided I can do the next best thing. And that is I can pull up my camera, I can get out my iPad, my computer, and I can teach you as if you are sitting across the couch from me, as if you were in my therapy practice. It's psychoeducational, so it's not therapy, but I'm literally teaching you what I would teach you if you were in my therapy practice. And I needed more time to do that. I needed to go more in depth. I wanted to walk you through step by step what to do. First, teach you how to understand OCD, how to spot sneaky OCD themes, what to do with intrusive thoughts or feelings that are overwhelming you, how to handle it when OCD is just knocking on your door nonstop, how to bother OCD back, and how to get your power back. And doing that, feeling good about yourself, feeling like you can do it. And so what I did was I invited 12 kids and teens because I think we can learn from those people that are in the thick of things. And they help me teach you their struggles, they go through their approaches, and we teach you together. So I am excited to announce that my new class, Crushing OCD class for kids and teens, is now open. And I have made them bite-sized videos, super small, easy to get through, very much like this, but they are in an order and in a depth that is not happening on my YouTube channel. And so I invite you to sign up. It's for all ages, and so I wanted it to be very reachable. OCD is OCD. Whether you are 7 or you are 27 or 37 or 47, the way that we approach OCD and the way that we handle it and the way that I teach it is really the same. And so my class is for everyone. Because I am a child therapist, it is geared towards kids between the ages of 7 and 21. But I've had a lot of parents take this for themselves, and they've said, Natasha, that was great. I learned a lot for myself, and I feel like I'm better equipped to crush my OCD. And so it really is for everybody. And I hope that you find it helpful. I did ask a whole bunch of families to take it before I opened it up to you to get their honest feedback about what they thought. And this is what they told me.
It was way more helpful than all the other therapy we've ever done because we didn't really know what to do. So we weren't really doing it before. So the course helped to figure out how to do what the exposures are and how to do them.
It filled the gap, I would say. We're not in therapy and find it really hard to find an ERP trained therapist here. So we're currently with like the public health service, but again, they don't seem to be trained in ERP. It's filled that gap that we don't have that was desperately needed.
This was really well timed for us to use between therapists and to help us get off to a good start with this new practice.
It was easy to use. I was able to do it from my phone or also on the computer. I liked the handouts, how they were right there. If you wanted to use them or print them off, they were helpful. I liked how the videos were in small, like bite-sized chunks rather than just one large video. It was really easy to get through them.
There's different ages. So there were younger kids, there were teenagers, and so that was really nice too, to have a variety of ages where it wasn't just geared towards younger kids or older kids. It was a nice variety.
If your child only wants to watch the videos, then watch the videos. If they do the worksheets, fantastic. So just having, the leeway there on things like that but there's nothing out there for kids to, you know, a course for them to do on their own and to learn about, you know, how they're going to go on later in life to you know, to deal with their OCD.
And both found naming it or externalizing it really helpful. That was a big deal for both of them. And just to remove it from being like who you are.
She learned a lot about it, like, because we did a lot of research before, but until she actually and heard the other children talk, I think she just has a better grasp on what it is and how to crush it.
You know, I always like when there's a strength-based approach to stuff too, and just like the infusion of you know, the superpowers and strengths, and then, you know, the lesson 11 around, you know, we do a gratitude practice as a family, but doing it in the context of the OCD course was like a new idea for us, and just having that self-compassion too, because Zelle's really hard on themselves about this, and just hard on themselves in general, including that strength-based piece and the self-compassion and the positive self-talk. That all was really helpful. It's helpful for our kids to hear it from this like third party as opposed to just us saying it.
I really like the offense and defense method. I love like working on poking at OCD while it's sleeping. It makes it a little bit easier to do, and it's kind of fun. I'm planning on using it to work on my fear of like holding or touching batteries and stuff like that.
They become a good OCD detective, but I just feel like this just built, like, it was more tools in their toolkit, and it also, I think, maybe bolstered their confidence too, you know, like seeing other kids talk about it.
I really like how the worksheets gave you a place to write down like what your intrusive thoughts are and compulsions. Yeah, I don't think about some of my minor ones, but now I have a list and I can be like, yeah, this is what I'm dealing with that they didn't know about.
It's made her aware, you know, while we're saying this needs to happen and we need to do exposures. I think that was her moment when she heard I think it was one of the older girls say about her fear of she has to check her weather app because that's one of Ellie's. And she'd never heard that before. It was like, oh my gosh, I'm not alone. You know, somebody else does do that.
I thought it was really nice and validating. Like, nope, see, there's a lot of people that struggle with this, and you're not crazy. Like, it's just your thoughts are getting stuck. They both were engaged, and I think that's really hard to do, especially now. Like, everything is so like immediate, and so to get them to just sit and try and soak in some information was huge.
So it was really helpful, and I think a lot of other kids would like it, like hearing the other kids say, because before I thought that I was like the only one who had like worrying about the weather and stuff. And then there was somebody else on there who worried about the same thing, which was really helpful.
The course was really helpful to my daughter and her journey, and just like I said, hearing the kids talk about their experience and she could relate to that was really helpful too, and knowing that she wasn't the only one going through these issues.
Like, you don't feel so isolated, because when you have OCD or anxiety, you feel just completely isolated from your peers. And so to hear kids the same age, all ages, saying, hey, I have this too, these are my thoughts, and share specific examples, I felt like that was just, it's unique and it's awesome, because I felt like I wanted to keep hearing the kids, you know, tell me more. What else do you experience? Because it's just, I feel like we learn more from each other. So brave. Everything that they do, it just makes you think like, of course we can do this. And they just give you that whole different kind of motivation.
Seems less scary to work on stuff now that I've watched this class, and I'm more like interested and sort of, I guess, willing to work on it.
I'm like trying to do more exposures still, and before I wasn't, I just didn't want to do them. Now I realise that I'm trying to go to like friends' houses and stuff.
I've worked on some of my bigger compulsions and been successful.
I realised that it was helpful to do like the exposures. Before it was like really, really hard. It's still hard, but it's helpful to know that I need to do them.
Before there would be a lot of battles about it. So it is definitely less loggerheads.
If I'm asking for reassurance or something, I do think that it's more often that I will catch myself a bit.
She, I think, got a lot out of it. And she said, you know, because at first she's like, I don't want to watch this. And then later it was like, that was good. I'm glad I watched that.
Really, really good course and super helpful.
I thought it was great. Absolutely, like, fantastic. I loved that the videos were short. So like I could say, hey, let's just watch one.
Definitely would recommend this. It's really easy to follow. It's nice bite-sized videos. I really like the worksheets that go along with it, and I think it's really helpful.
It was a really good course. It really helped.
It was really easy to watch, and I feel like that's maybe been missing in some other videos or books or things that we've been trying to read and understand. Not only what OCD is, but what do you do so that it doesn't control your life?
Definitely think that if you have the opportunity to, you should definitely do this course. It is very helpful and very easy to follow.